it's Samuel here, and today we're going to show you a documentary based on bringing awareness to homeless organizations that our communities don't even know about. So as you may know, there are about 60,000 homeless people in Los Angeles. And let me ask you this, how many organizations do you know that help out these homeless communities?
So in a survey that is initiated by Polly's project, in the beginning of his survey, he has a group of people basically go around in a circle and introduce themselves, and he gives an introduction about what he basically does and the items that he's going to be providing. And I think he gave me a sense of comfort because he said that we were family, and he's very welcoming.
So where are we at today?
So right now we're near the downtown LA area, and we have stopped by a location where there's a lot of tents.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do right now is basically hand out a few items, basic necessities that homeless people need, such as clothes, toiletries, hygiene kits, and food.
What I found meaningful about Polly's project is how wholehearted and how unique everything is. When I met Polly, I thought it would be like any other organization that tried to help the homeless people. But when I found out about his autistic son and how he was inspiration for his organization, that's where it really hit me, because not only does he really care about these homeless people, but he's really family oriented, and I think that's just very loving and sweet. And it just reminded me of how important family is. And it's not as easy to go through everyday life, going through struggles.
Out here in the streets, know that she's not alone. Polly's project is family to her, and let her know that we're here to service her, give her a meal, clothes, whatever we can, but let her know that she's loved, and whatever we could do to help her. And God, just give her wisdom, give her the experience, the knowledge, everything she needs, and just keep any bad influence away from her, and give her your armor, so keep her safe out here. We love you. My name is Paul Avila from Polly's Project.
Can you please tell us about your organization and what your purpose is?
Yeah, our organization is about giving back music to the homeless. That's how it started, 6 years ago, and it was inspired and motivated by my blind and autistic son, Polly, who loves music. And I think now we've given out like 10,000 radios.
So what motivated you to start your organization?
It was basically, my son, and I'd spent a lot of time out here volunteering, at the missions, and I remember one day seeing this guy with headphones, and I thought of my son right away. And the first 2 years, I'd come out by myself, and the last 4 years, we have a group that comes out with us.
How are you able to provide these items to those who are homeless?
Yeah, a lot of times we, rely on donations. So, I have a website, polishproject.org, and people could, drop money via PayPal, or, people donate clothes, hygiene kit items, blankets, all that good stuff. We'll take it.
Is there anything that is difficult about running your organization?
I think it's just, like every organization, just having the leadership and, getting the donations, getting the volunteers, making sure we're all on the same page. And, you want good, kind-hearted people that are there to help the people, others in need.
What are some meaningful or breathtaking experiences you've had while running an event or a survey?
Yeah, I think I mentioned one of my favorite moments was my friend Steven, who's just down the street on San Pedro, and he plays, works on pans or whatever he can to do to play music. And one time we surprised him and brought him a brand new drum set that people donated, and he was just so excited. It was an awesome thing.
How do you think the community can help those who are homeless, and how can people help your organization?
Yeah, I think it's just, getting involved, period. If it's, like I said, through volunteering, through donations, or, even if you have to go to City Hall, there's different things you could do to be a voice for the voiceless. The main thing is just coming out here and, we like to say boots on the ground and helping directly, the homeless and whatever we could do to give back.
Is there anything else you would like to tell us?
No, I think just the main thing is, all of us to look in the mirror and say, what can we do to help others? 60,000 homeless in LA County. It's crazy, so it's definitely a community effort. It doesn't just take me, it's kind of a ripple effect. I started Polly's Project, and, we've turned on hundreds of volunteers. And it's a good feeling, but a lot of work needs to be done.
Hey Steph, where are we at?
So right now we are at the Homeless Resource Fair that is located in Grant Park. It runs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And basically there's different organizations here that help people who are homeless. And they're just out here trying to recruit people, motivate people to help out.
We're going to give you a taste of what each organization is like and how they help the homeless communities out.
Hi, I'm Erin with Inner City Law Center, and this is my colleague,
Mary Boyd. I work at the Homeless Veterans Project as part of Inner City Law Center.
Yes, and I run a program called Homeflow.LA, which is an extension of our policy department. We help to organize organizations to vote for Measures H and HHH, and we're doing a good job of staying on top of that. And then we have a website called Homeflow.LA that you can go to if concerned citizens want to find out how they can volunteer, advocate, or donate towards ending homelessness. Just go to our site, go to the volunteer link, and enter your zip code, and then you can find a service provider in your area that needs your help. So we're always looking for people in the community to get involved because we know that that is something that'll make a difference. Mm-hmm. And Mary can tell you about the legal side of the work that we do.
So I'm with the Homeless Veterans Project, and what we do is we specialize in low-level parking tickets. We also do discharge upgrades, and we do service connection benefits as well as pension benefits with the VA. So a lot of times the homeless veterans generally have a less than honorable discharge, and so it's difficult for them to find employment. It's also difficult for them to get VA health care because if you have a less than honorable discharge, you don't get VA health care, you don't get your GI Bill, and you don't get any of the VA loans. So what we do is we bring them in, we try to do discharge upgrades or character discharge upgrades so that they can finally get access to the benefits that they deserve. And then we also do service connection benefits for people who've been injured in service to get the VA to pay them a monthly stipend. A lot of times they're completely disabled. So once we get them VA benefits and get their discharge upgraded, a lot of times that removes all the barriers that they have to finding stable housing. And so then they're able to work with either Section 8 or VASH and get stable housing. We always take volunteers, and we also work with some of the larger, more high-end firms, and so we get them to have pro bono attorneys come in. So the pro bono attorneys take on like the discharge upgrade cases because those go before the military tribunal, and that's a lot more intense. Well, we also have volunteers, we have interns that come in, we have people help do intakes, try to get as much information about the veteran as possible. And then also part of our organization does like community outreach, especially with tenant rights and evictions. So what they do is if there's a slumlord or a building that's really dilapidated, they try to get as many tenants together to form a coalition so that when they sue, that a landlord can actually, come to court and actually fix all of the things that are wrong. But a lot of that is just knocking on doors, getting people to answer, getting people to be aware and to talk about exactly how bad their housing situations are. Because a lot of times people are embarrassed by how bad their situations are. So they get people who are actually in the buildings to come out, and then also we do different advocacy programs where we're trying to get the community to get our name out there, because a lot of what we do is legal so that they can get access to an attorney.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we started Homeful.LA, because there's a lot of community members that want to help that don't have the legal background. And so by visiting our website, we can educate you on what's actually going on with homelessness, all of the policy issues that we're fighting for around affordable housing. We team up with the Safe Parking Initiative, and we need people to contact your representatives. We have a script on our site and we have a way for you to locate your representative on our site, so you can call them and let them know that change needs to be made. And then if you want to spend time, you can do a plethora of things, everything from door knocking and doing the advocacy side to tutoring children or helping with childcare at some of the service providers. We also have people who serve food and sort through donations. So depending on where you live or depending on what your interests and your skills are, you can come to Homeful.LA, HOMEFUL.LA, anytime and get plugged into a service provider near you.
I'm Joan. I'm with Food on Foot. We are a private, nonprofit. We're based in Hollywood. We'll take people from anywhere. Long Beach, Santa Clarita, Northridge, Burbank, LA, wherever. If you are homeless and you want to work, we have a work program. If you're functional enough to hold a job, you go through about a minimum of 10 Sundays, a minimum. Then you have to pass a drug test. You come every Sunday, you pick up trash for a few hours. We bore you to death with rules and regulations, and we try to show you a positive approach to life. We ask that you do a random act of kindness during the week to empower you. What we basically want you to do is to be able to get off the street and get into work for our work program. We pay for your housing for 5 months. We basically get you a job and housing for the work program. For the 5 months we pay for your housing, your electricity, your food, your clothing, any basic needs. We get you a bus pass. We get you a cell phone, not an Obama phone, but a regular phone with data on it. And we get you gym membership. You also have access to the wonderful Kelsey and the wonderful Precious who run our program. You check in with them. If you need help, you can talk to them to readjust to life. If you can't do the work program, if you're not functional enough, come to the food market. It's there every Sunday. You don't need to prove anything. You simply come in. We give you an El Pollo Loco dinner. We have clothing all over the parking lot, various snacks, fresh fruit. And you can talk to me. I go to every organization in town. If I don't know about it, ask me about it, I'll go and grill them. They don't pay me, so I can tell you what I think, and I will. I'm not going to be negative. I'm positive. But I want to help you find the right program for you. And if Food on Foot isn't it, there are hundreds of others out there. Only by reaching hands across the table can we solve this. We're not even in triage yet. The biggest percentage of people pouring out onto the street right now are the elderly, because they're on fixed income. Homelessness has so many layers, so many.
I'm a teaching artist at Urban Voices Project.
I'm Scott Clapson. I am a singer with the Urban Voices Project.
And our organization is based in Skid Row, and we use music and community singing projects in order to connect individuals who might be suffering from the condition of homelessness or poverty or health issues or unemployment with a sense of community with a sense of purpose and a sense of well-being. We're based in a healthcare clinic called Wesley Clinic. It's on San Pedro between 5th and 6th. It's otherwise known as Tent City. And one of the beauties of that location is that we are able to bring people into a health clinic that they might not otherwise access because a lot of people feel uncomfortable about coming into healthcare clinics. But music pulls them in, and then they might from there be able to access healthcare services. Additionally, we have individuals who might be accessing services, and the doctor might say, hey, have you tried singing? And so they become part of our community that way. And it's really incredible because we work out of a conference space. It's really just an empty room that Wesley donates to us, essentially. And we turn it into this warm, caring, and beautiful music-making environment within minutes. And it's every Wednesday from 4 o'clock until 5:15. We also have an outreach performance choir, the Urban Voices Choir, and we take our message of the power of music, of uplifting and whatnot, and share that with communities all over Los Angeles County. We perform for the mayor's office at the mayor's house, for Project Angel Food, for even down here we backed up to Collins at one of the LA Grand Performances concerts, and we're able to, in doing these performances, both provide something that's really uplifting as well as change the narrative about the conditions of poverty and homelessness. And in so doing, we build even further community by connecting singers with the audience. We do a lot of interactive performances that bring everyone just together and feeling like, wow, we're just human beings.
Soy promotora de salud de Clínica Monseñor Romero. El objetivo de nuestra clínica es ayudarle a nuestra comunidad a que puedan agarrar un servicio de salud sin ningún costo, como el programa de My LA, que es un programa que le ayuda a la gente indocumentada y a la gente de bajos recursos, en los cuales te da un servicio por un año, idas al doctor, medicina gratis y exámenes dependiendo de lo que el doctor requiera. Le ayudamos a los jóvenes, a los que viven en la calle, a que puedan ir a pasar consulta a nuestra clínica. Tenemos un programa de shower en el cual los días viernes de 9 de la mañana a 1 de la tarde se bañan, les damos ropa limpia y comen. El cambio se ve al nomás de entrar al baño y salen como renovados. Y es un gusto porque la clínica de eso se trata, ayudar a nuestra comunidad, a que vivamos un mundo diferente al cual estamos. Estamos tratando que nos den un programa que es para salud mental, porque sabemos que ahorita en día es lo que más nos está afectando. Tenemos programas que vamos a las escuelas también a educar a nuestra gente, como a los centros de padres de familia. Les damos talleres sobre el cáncer, sobre la diabetes, sobre el colesterol, ataques al corazón. Todo eso lo tiene nuestra clínica. Aún tenemos abogacía, como Conoce tus derechos, en los cuales muchas veces la gente no sabe que aunque sean indocumentadas, tienen derecho. Y todo eso, tenemos abogados, una línea de abogados también, que nos respalda para cuando la gente necesite de abogacía. Tenemos abogados gratis en consulta, pues, ¿verdad? Eso es todo el servicio que tiene nuestra clínica.
A la campaña de Epiphany. Nuestra campaña es acerca de crear un ambiente de advocacy dentro de los mismos vecinos que tienen amigos, familiares que están viviendo en la calle, para que ellos aboguen por la vivienda y especialmente por la vivienda de apoyo para las personas que están viviendo en la calle, que son muchas veces nuestras propias familias. Nosotros creemos que el mejor resultado, y hemos probado que el mejor resultado es tener la vivienda y también tener los servicios, lo cual nosotros llamamos como support housing. Creemos que darle la estabilidad emocional a una familia de estar bajo un techo y traer los servicios, esto va a ayudar no nada más al desarrollo personal de las personas que viven ahí, pero también va a ayudar a las comunidades.
So I'm Tina Hooksapian, and I'm the founder of Cardborigami. Cardborigami provides these immediate temporary shelters that are made out of treated cardboard, and our program is to have like a site that would be a host site, like a parking lot or any space that's available, where people that are homeless can come and have a safe place to sleep at night within their own Cardborigami shelter. And then, so at 9 p.m., our volunteers would come and pop open the shelter, and at 6 a.m., people would have that safe place to sleep and be comfortable. And then at 6 a.m., we would close them up and make sure that the people are following up with services and connected to other organizations so that they can get into the next step of housing. So our plan is to have this immediate first step of a shelter and a safe place, and then also connection to services so they can move on to permanent housing.
So how do you think the community can get involved in your organization or in any type of organization?
Sure. Well, immediately we have a very easy need for people to vote for us. So we're up for a grant on the LA 2050 Challenge, and voting starts this Monday, which is in 2 days. And people can vote for us to get a grant to do our pop-up shelter project. But in addition to that, we always need volunteers and interns and people that can help us fundraise, people that could come do outreach, because we actually have people who are homeless using these right now, and we go visit them on a consistent basis so that we can get feedback and just keep in touch with them too. So there's people that if you want to volunteer for that, you can come with us. If you want to volunteer to help us do a little fundraising event with your network, you can do that. If you're a student and you want an internship, we have internship options. So there's a lot of ways to get involved with Cardborigami.
Hello everyone, thanks for being here. My name is Vicky and I'm with The People Concerned. The People Concerned is one of LA County's largest homeless services organizations, and we provide a fully integrated system of care for people experiencing homelessness. We have over 50 years of experience, and one of our core components is community building and integration, and so our volunteer base is incredibly important. And we're also expanding our work into advocacy and really focusing on long-term solutions around housing advocacy. So if you'd like to check us out, please do. We're table number 6. We're kind of in the back right, straight diagonal from where I'm standing right now. We'd love to talk to you about what we do and about how you can get involved and join the movement to end homelessness in Los Angeles. Thank you.